All right, guys, so something just came in the mail. I'm very, very excited about because I think I know what it is. Let's go check it out. But just so you remember, today's video is brought to you by Thor Media and the House of Rags. Head on over to thehouseofrags.com. Use code I'm Josh V for 10% off site-wide on my Quivr product, Clean by Pan, Luminous, Katiba. Endless items, DIY detail, all the good stuff. Go check it out. All right, guys, very hopeful that this is what I'm thinking it is. Let's check it out. It's a box in a box. All right, here I believe is the box that matters now. I appreciate the packaging to keep this thing safe. First sneak peek there. All right, guys, so here it is, the first working prototype. I'm gonna start playing with this thing. I'm gonna get it all installed at my shop, and this will be the unit. Instead of having that naked unit up top, this will be the unit going forward. So there are a couple of things that I wanted to take note of, let you know where I am in the process of this unit. Couple of things. So there was multiple stages of the tooling process for the unit. So let's get into that. So first things first, the internals, that side of the option is done. Now we're working currently on the external tooling to be able to create the casing, right? So what we had to do and what got extended a little bit is we had to increase the structural rigidity of the bottom of the machine so that it would stay appropriate for long periods of time, because we want this thing to be nice and robust. So that is getting adjusted now. Now, while that is in the process, we're also working on the metal frame. This metal frame is not to spec. It's not completely right. So right now it's gloss black. It will not be, it'll be more of a satin finish to match the unit more. And then one thing to note is in the initial designs of this thing, it had this sort of rectangular structure to the frame. So as you can see, it has that, but the problem is when you bend it, when we have to bend it, right, it creates these indentions. We have to do these like reliefs so that it can turn. Same thing up here. Now, to be perfectly honest with you guys, when I first saw that in the photos, I didn't like it. In person, it actually doesn't bother me at all. So please let me know your thoughts. Now, again, in the gloss, it's reflecting light a little bit weird, but in the satin, it'll reduce that. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that, please. Additionally, in a way to try and rectify that, just as another option, we are looking at doing a regular tubular structure. So then we wouldn't get these large indentions on the sides there. Now let's go ahead and do a quick weight check, because I have a scale here. Again, we're in pounds and ounces. It's not light, right? It's a solid machine made. Oh, we're floating over it. Let me put it sideways. So what I did, I just put this little thing on here. I'm gonna tear this out so this takes it back to 0, even though this is on there, so we get the actual weight of the machine itself. So here we go. There we go. Okay, it's all sitting on there, floating. The cord, we're trying to not account for the cord. We're just trying to get a real, genuine weight of the unit itself. We're coming in at 36 pounds, 1.4 ounces. Now again, guys, I got my Quivr surfboard here. I got the light, I got my Quivr foam cannon. This thing just fits the mold so well. It looks so good. I'm so excited for it. So as you can see, water inlet here, and we did it with this standard style so that when you wall mount it, you can actually get a wrench on it and get it nice and snug, get it all good to go. You have the mesh filter there. You have your water outlet here, right, for your quick connects ready to go. Power on off switch right up top here. Again, nozzle storage right on top as well. And what I'm gonna do is I didn't wanna go with a 0-degree nozzle. I didn't think there was any need for that. So we're going with a 15, a 25, a 40, and a 60 as well. All right, now one of the key features of this thing is the wall mountable feature, right? And it's meant to be mounted, like obviously you can mount it on a shelf horizontally, but you can also mount it vertically, and it comes with this cleat here. So it would be sitting here, let me turn you around. It's designed to essentially sit on the wall like this. It'll obviously be more straight up and down, right? So it'll sit on the wall. This cleat, look at the build quality of this thing. Obviously it's just painted right now. Again, this is pre-production stuff here, guys. We have 4 mounting points there as well. I'll confirm all of that also to make sure that that's all structurally good for what I need. But then these little pieces will slip right under that, and it sits just like that, nice and flush against the wall. I'm so excited for this thing, guys. I know it's been an absolute long time coming, but again, I wanted to make sure everything's done the way I really wanted it to. Like, again, the good thing about, you know, we're still playing with the framing idea on this, right? Because like I said, in the original, the pictures that I saw of this unit, I wasn't happy with the indentions. Now, in person, like I said, it doesn't bug me. Please, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think. But in the meantime, anyways, we're testing out a tubular frame structure to make sure that it still looks good. If that one looks better, then we'll go that route and all that kind of good stuff. So just a huge update. I mean, look at this thing, guys. How beautiful is that unit? All right, guys, so before I go ahead and install the new, again, working prototype here, I want to use the one that I have currently set up. Again, this is just a fully naked unit, just to confirm the numbers. I want to make sure that the internals that I've been using from this one are going to be exactly the same as what is there, right? Just to cross-reference everything. So I'm going to flip you around. We'll check the PSI and then the GPM. All right, so here it is. Got the PSI gauge. All right, purged out. Go ahead and turn it on. All right, so we're set. As you can see, the back pressure to the unit right now is there because there is water in the hose. Here we go. Beautiful. 1,000 on the dot. Well, a little bit above. Let it climb a little bit more. All right, guys, so I'm gonna call it there. It got up to 1,005, but honestly, I'm advertising this thing as 1,000 PSI anyway, so true to the word there on this one. Now, one thing to note is when I do go to install the next one, the working prototype, when I plug that in, we may not get those numbers right off the bat. I may have to let it break in a little bit. This one is broken in now, right? So once the oil starts working through the whole system, that can change things, so just keep that in mind. But let me go ahead and test GPM now. All right, guys, so again, we're just running this thing into the bucket for 1 minute. I just checked the water weight. It actually came in at 2.1 gallons per minute. I've had it at times where it got all the way up to 2.15. Again, you know, I'm testing it for a minute by a trigger pull, right? It's not the exact precise thing. So somewhere between there, 2.1, 2.15, probably 2.05, depending on how the trigger's pulled. But either way, 1,000 PSI, 2.1, pretty phenomenal. All right, guys, so we've got the unit just placed on top of the shelf. It's actually a little bit wide for this active shelf. You can see I'm like right on the edge right there and right on the edge over here. So, but again, this is made to mount vertically. I'm just doing it this way. I mean, obviously you can do it this way. We're also making a couple of adjustments. Real quick, I want to give you an update on this. So if you look, there's little feet right here. Okay, so if you want to remove it from the frame, you can. Those are just plastic. I am changing that to rubberized feet. It's adding 8 days to the tooling process. So unfortunately it extends it out even more, but I think that's gonna be a really important and premium feel to have the rubberized feet there as well. So again, you know, I'm doing this to try and make the best pressure washer I can. So I am approving that. So anyways, we have the gun all set up. Okay, I'm gonna use the nozzle that I have here. I'm also gonna test the amps. Yep. And see exactly what happens with this thing. Now, I am using the 50-foot Quivr Flex hose, but this is the 1/4 inch variant. I was just using the 5/16 variant. And with that, there can be a slight difference, right? Because of flow restriction, the larger the diameter of the hose, there's less friction for the water going through. A little bit smaller, a little bit more friction. However, it's lighter weight and all that kind of stuff. So let's just see what it's getting. Let me go ahead and turn the water source on. Okay, we're good to go there. I'm gonna go ahead and purge out the water. It's brand new, right? So that you saw it spitting there. Letting it go. I am also getting a leak from my water connection. So I'll have to confirm that, you know, obviously this is a rough prototype, but I'll have to confirm that with the factory to make sure that that is not gonna be an issue. Go ahead and pull that. Let's go ahead and fire it on. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. All right, let me flip you around and test the numbers. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and test the amps. Perfect. That's exactly where I had it before, just sitting right below 15 amps. Again, that will get even more efficient and that will reduce as the thing warms up, but right off the bat, we're good to go. PSI gauge, we're at 424, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. They're 966. Okay, so 966 currently, again, just turn the thing on. It's not as efficient as it will be, right? You gotta let the oils and everything start working their way through. Again, that's also what the 1/4 inch shows. So I'm really, really happy with that number. Let's go ahead and test the GPM. And I just checked the water weight with this unit now, with the new unit, with the working prototype, and we are at 2.07 gallons per minute. Again, it's brand new out of the box, right? So efficiency should step up over time, but again, I'm safely saying 1,000 PSI, 2.1 gallons per minute. I'm extremely happy with it. So far, everything is looking great. We're gonna make those changes possibly. Well, the feet are definitely changing, adding that rubberized feet. And then we are gonna look at the frame structure and see, you know, again, please guys, let me know if those indentions bug you for the turns. It doesn't bug me nearly as much as I thought it would, like I said, from the pictures, and especially if it's in a satin finish or matte finish. But we're gonna try the tubular structure as well and see how it goes. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for coming along this whole journey with me of this pressure washer. I know it's been a long time coming. As far as updates go, we were scheduled for June 10th production dates, after all the tooling and everything was set. Again, I mentioned before, we had to update the structure, the rigidity of the base of the unit for structure purposes. That puts us to June 25th. And now that I'm adding the rubberized feet, that puts us into early July. So I hate that it's taking that long, but again, I want this thing to be right. So don't hold me to those numbers either. Hopefully we can get done a little earlier, but if something else comes up, you know, it is what it is. But overall, I think it will be worth the wait. The thing is beautiful and performs like a charm. So that's it, guys. Make sure to follow the House of Rags. Follow my channel as well. I'm Josh V. Go over to thehouseofrags.com. Use code I'm Josh V to save 10%. That's it. We'll see you guys on the next one.